very good morning to you. It's a beautiful day here at Shalom, and I really trust and pray that you are enjoying yourself at the moment. I hope that you're giving yourself at least 5 minutes of rest. I've got a word I want to share with you this morning. It comes out of the Gospel of John, chapter 10, and I'm reading from verse 1. It's talking about Jesus being the true shepherd. My dear friends, we're standing behind a stockade here where we train our horses. But you know, in the Middle East, the shepherds would have a fold where they'd put their sheep at night to protect them from marauding wolves and foxes and any predator. And the shepherd would literally sleep in the gateway. So any wild animal that wanted to take his sheep had to get past him first. Isn't that amazing? I want to say to some husbands, you need to start doing that in your home. And you'll find your wife will respect you that much more easily. You need to start making your front door the entrance of your sheepfold, as it were. And don't allow any spirit of darkness to come into your home. If we read in from verse 1, chapter 10, most assuredly I say to you, he who does not enter the sheepfold by the door, but climbs up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. Again, speaking to dads, that beautiful young daughter of yours, if there's a young man that comes calling on her, he needs to come in through the door, not in through the window. And that's not a joke. He needs to come and ask your permission if he can take your daughter out. He needs to ask your permission for your daughter's hand in marriage. Why? Because that is a godly principle. And if that marriage is truly going to be blessed, then her and her husband need to receive your blessing. That's how it works in the kingdom of God. You know, I'm a very keen rugby fan, and I love watching rugby. You know, there's a law in rugby. I wonder where it came from. They say in the loose scrum, when you want to go in for the ball, you've got to come in through the gate. That's what they say. If you come in from the side, it's a penalty. And the other side gets a free kick. Why? Because you've got to do things correctly. The thief comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. But Jesus said, I came to give you life abundantly. Isn't that beautiful? That's John chapter 10 and verse 10. I want to say to you, there's a right way of doing things. There are no shortcuts to heaven. We need to do things correctly. There's a right way to live. There are no shortcuts. There are no quick fixes. And unfortunately today, in today's society, everything is quick. Fast foods, cell phones. There's no problem with that. I've also got a cell phone, and I also enjoy fast foods occasionally. But I want to say to you folks, there's a way of doing things. If you want to get well qualified, you need to study. You need to go in through the gate. You need to spend your 5 years, your 7 years, whatever it might be, and get taught correctly. Because further on down the road, if you haven't got the basics, you're going to collapse. And that's the bottom line. In the church as well, we need good, solid teaching. We need to know that Jesus Christ is the way, and the truth and the life, and no one comes to the Father but by him. We've got to come through the gate. That's John chapter 14 and verse 6. Now the good shepherd does that for a reason, see? He says, because if anybody comes across the threshold in any other way, he is a robber and a thief. Do not trust him. The right way is to come through the door. It's just good manners. But it's also a safe way of keeping control in your family. I want to speak to the fathers and the mothers. Make sure you do it God's way. And I want to tell you, you will have a successful life, a successful marriage, and you'll have peace in your heart. Until next time, goodbye.